Hello friends, I am Pradeep Yadav and I welcome you all at my channel, The Knowledge Adda. Currently, I am speaking on behalf of Spoken Practice Only, that is WhatsApp group where members used to practice for spoken English. And every Sunday, we conduct a speech competition for our group member. And this Sunday, on 16 August, also we have conducted a speech competition. Now, in this video, I am going to present all the audio with video for your assessment. Please try to listen and watch the video and give your marks so we can decide who are some great speaker in this group. So guys, without wasting your time, just I am going to present all the audio. Please try to listen and give your votes also. Thank you.
What are the best way to get rid of this bullying? So we have to empower the students who are bullying this, just like tell about that, just go away from the person who is bullying you and taking care of that. Just tell another adults in your area, just like your tell teachers about that this person is bullying me. And by this, the students or the person or the child who is bullying or who is a victim of that bullying, they stop bullying by own self. So, and other method is just tells about the clear definition of the bullying. Just like most of the person don't know what is bullying. So school must planted the posters of what is bullying, that if you are using an imbalanced aggressive behaviors or imbalanced powers to the students, it will be listed as a bullying and you will suffer a punishment of that. And these will aware the child who is bullying and who someone a child who don't know about the bullying. And the last is, and just the monitor the spots, the students, or not the students, the teachers, the staff of the schools, is just to monitor the hot spots where the bullying is happen. Just like statistically says that a 47% bullying are in the hallways, are done in the hallways and the staircase areas of the school premises, and 37% are done in the classrooms, and 20% are done in the playgrounds, in the area where the students goes the path that goes to their home. And these are the statistically ratio about this, the statistically percentage about the bullying where happens. So at least the schools must taken care of that at least one teacher must be present at the hallways, stairs, playgrounds, bathrooms, classrooms, at always, and being a duty. And I also that I had taken an internship in that schools. All of the teachers were monitored or they're present in their hotspots. So lastly, I'm just concluding my point because I'm running out of time. Just that these are the tips that the parents must taken care of, must take these steps to get rid of or to reduce the bullying in the to reduce the bullying towards the child. And this will help that the child will uh, learn to grow and stop bullying by their own selves, and children must know and get aware about this. So thank you so much. I'm done with my speech.
Okay guys, just I am requesting, please try to finish your speech within 4 minutes because we are running out of time. So please try to complete your speech within 4 minutes. Now we are moving towards next candidate that is Ravi Kumar. Ravi bhai, please, you can start your speech.
Are you listening all?
Yes, Ravi bhai.
Yeah, hi guys, this is Ravi Kumar here from Delhi. So today I would like to speak on which topic where we know very well that we study. We read something, but we do not read continuously. We do not study for long time. Just we study for 15 minutes and just we study around one paragraphs and two paragraphs. On this condition, just I made one topic that how to make studying fun. Yeah, guys, how to make studying fun. On which just I would give some tips where we can say that yeah, we can make our studying fun and then we can continue our studying and we study well. So first of all, we should go for the environment, that we should change our environment where we know very well that whenever we study, that time we have lots of things where we just also interact our mind. Like we have also video games we can see, like TV and mobile games, which is really most harmful for ourselves while studying. So if we do not go in these kind of things, really we will change our environment and we can study well. For studying well, we should go in a good environment where we can go as library, where we can go in any separate room where we can study well, because there will be the atmosphere, and whenever we will be in the atmosphere, really we can study well. And if I talk about second topics, we can say that bring the more interest in our topics. Whenever we study, we must have the interest while studying. Whenever we do not have any interest, really we feel and we face that, yeah, really I'm just getting bored and I can't study more. But whenever we take interest, same as, you know what, whenever we play game, and that time we really just play game and we just also have the excitement for the next level. So we just go for the next level. For going for the next level, we we play the game and we really give our best and also take the lots of interest. If we really change in our studying, whenever we study, that time if I just give the interest while studying, and if we think that, yeah, if I study this thing, then I will have the more thing, then we can also just increase our mind and we can read all the things. So the way really that will be very fine. And we can say that whenever we study for that, whenever we want to just take lots of interest, for that we must begin this studying with the interesting topic, because there are lots of topics where we just also face the problem where we think that, yeah, just if I read this thing, then I will get bored. So we should not go for this topic, we should go for that topic where we can take the interest. And we can also say that whenever we study, first of all, we should analyze anything, imaginate anything. Whenever we imagine anything, like just I'm reading something and just we read, that time we will read like, yeah, there is nothing. But while reading, if we imagine it, that, yeah, it is also happening in our life and just I'm also doing like this, so that will be very fine and we will take interest and we will think that, yeah, just we are making the movie and we are also just shooting the things. Because we know very well, whenever we watch movie, whenever we see any serials, that time just we keep all the things in our mind, because just we take interest and there is also imagination. So we should go for that. And apart from that, we can also say that give ourselves many rewards after studying. What happens that whenever we give many rewards, suppose that whenever we play game, so while playing game, we also think that, yeah, after playing game, just really I will win this thing, then I will have some rewards, that I will have a specific time, then we will just discuss with my friends and we will also just talk to our friends and we will think about the next level. If while studying, if we think that, yeah, while studying we will have the target that, yeah, if I complete this chapter, then I will have some specific time, then we will discuss with our friend, we will talk to our friends and just have fun with our friends. So we should give ourselves to any mini rewards. Even we can also say that, Ravi, if I solve this question, so I will have 20 rupees, just I will take this thing for my study, I will take this thing for decorate my books and anything. So this kind of rewards we can give to ourselves. It is all about the fun of study and we can take also. And one more thing if I want to say, that is, try to make anyone understand. Suppose that whatever we have studied, it is all about in our mind, but whenever we try to make anyone understand, that time we can say that I will revise myself, and just because of myself, some other one will also learn something and they will also say thanks, that, yeah, Ravi, just because of you I studied something, and there is also benefit of myself, that if I give anyone any education, so really that will be beneficial for myself, where I revise myself and just give my best. So these all are the topic points where we can say that while studying while studying with fun, really we will learn something, and these are also good. So it's all about my topics and thoughts about this. I hope that you would like this. So thank you so much.
Okay, now next speaker is Mr. Asu. Asu bhai, please, and try to finish your speech within 3 minutes. Sorry, within 4 minutes. Asu.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So first of all, hello everyone. How are you? I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm here with my amazing topic named 1 hour for reading. So let's start the conversation with a question. Why the word biggest investor Warren Buffett spend their 80% of time on reading or thinking. And also, I have one question another. Why one of the richest person in the world, Bill Gates, finish reading a book every week? So they know the importance of reading. So that's why I choose that topic, 1 hour for reading. So, and what did they see in reading books? The common folks couldn't see. So today I'm here with this topic. We should know the importance of reading books. So, and why we should read books. So I am going to tell you why we should read books. Oh, sorry, yaar. So reading makes and why we should read books. So I am going to tell you the importance of book, because importance reading books improves your focus and on your concentration, and reading makes you smarter. And also if you are suppose that if you are in some kind of circumstances if in which you might lose your health, your money, your possession, but you and your knowledge can't be taken from you. So money and reading play a vital role in in your uh, in your knowledge. So and also reading keeps you healthy, keeps brain your healthy, reduce your stress, your depression, and also help you in the to sleep, to study better. So that's why mm, I like to read the books most of the time. So that's why I choose that topic. So I have today. So today I have two books for you. I want to share with you this book. So today I have one book is named Ikigai. You can see this book Ikigai. Am I audible to you all? Hello sir,
Yes,
am I audible?
yes.
Yeah. So this book is Ikigai, named Ikigai. It's the Japanese secrets to live a happy and long life. So now I is about to finish that book. So it's very helpful book to live a long life and to find your passion. It's about to how you can find your passion. No, if you are going to work with your passion, it's you are like in a flow. So you can work more and with enjoying your work. So and also I have one other book is named Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's also a very good book for about your financial knowledge, to increase your financial knowledge in your if you have money, so how to save your money and how to invest your money. It's about to this. So it's all about the reading books. And one thing at last I want to say, and your possession, your money you can lose, but the knowledge you have nobody can take from you. So it's all about me, guys. Thank you for listening me.
Okay, thank you, Asu bhai. Now we are moving towards the next speaker, that is Dhruv. Dhruv, now you come forward and give your speech and try to finish within 4 minutes. Okay, Dhruv.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about our new education policy that had been like passed in a cabinet on 29 July. So definitely it is a very great step, and just because it is, I think, changing after 35 and 36 years, 34 years. So it is a great step has been taken by our government, and there is one issue that is gonna implement or not, but we don't need to worry about that. At least now, at least in a theoretical form, we have that system. And now I'm going to little bit talk about what is there. I mean, what is actually in their new education policy and how it is actually different from our previous one. Okay, so currently we have 10 plus 2 system, but according to new education policy, we have 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. I mean, firstly primary, then pre-maternity, I think, and then higher secondary, only higher secondary to 12. So this is the system for schooling, and there are also another system that they had defined especially for college students. But when it comes about school, so definitely, you know, there are one misconception, and maybe it is also true in some way, that we have to study at least up to 5th class in our regional language, maybe in our mother tongue, or preferably up to 8th or beyond also. So in this term, if they are going to implement their mother tongue and regional language, so it will be not good, you know, just because we know the first and foremost
accepted language widely is English. Now English is everywhere, not only in India. If someone who know English, they can also talk with other people in all over the world, just because it is totally widely accepted. So if we are going to study on only our mother tongue language, like regional language, sometime Hindi, sometime Marathi, Bagheli, whatever the mother tongue you have, it means we are just keeping away those students who wants to also learn English language. So when it comes about language, a person who have money, they can learn from other institute, another coaching classes, and maybe their parents are well educated, so they will converse with those students, those child in English. So this is how they can learn. But only a student who are studying up to 5th class in their regional language, now they don't have any privilege to speak in English language. Okay, so when if they will be in a 6th class, now they will feel deprived, like in front of those kids. And definitely it is true. Just if I don't know any other language, a person knows, so he has some more privilege than us, than a person who don't know. So this is a little bit issue, and I hope it must be an optional. So if it will be optional, so it will be good for those students. There are many students who just they can't study just because they don't know any other language. So it will be good for tribal students. So this is how they can study. And now another thing, the best thing about new education system is if we are in a 11th class, what can we do? We can take physics with art and psychology subject. It means whatever we want, we can take. Like if I were in my 12th class and I have taken mathematics, but I don't like chemistry. In a place of chemistry, I can take either history, either sociology, any subject that I want, I can take. This will create a great impact in our education system, and students who want to learn, how they will learn in an actual way. In a college, we have now best policy that if we are studying only for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, no matter in which year we are dropping out, we can easily get certificate, diploma, and degree according to uh, the passing out, or maybe dropping in first year, second year, or third year. So this is the case in a new education policy. So I think, okay, I have done, so I'm not going to extend it to more.
Okay. Very good afternoon to all of you. This is Shailesh here, and today I would like to discuss on the topic all about power systems. So, as you know that we all are using electricity in our home. Have you ever wondered then that uh, by what kind of processes this electricity reached your home? So these kind of many processes are called as power system. So let me discuss about it. Then that first of all, whatever the electricity we are getting is just generated, and this generation of electricity is um, due to is by many processes, is by many methods. Just like we can generate electricity through thermal power plants, through nuclear, through hydro, through some non-conventional sources like solar, winds, etc. So these are the methods to generate electricity. So this is how the electricity is generated, and the place where we generate the electricity is called as power plant. In the power plant, we generate the electricity. Suppose on a level of voltage 11 kilovolt. This is just a standard thing you can say. So on the basis of 11 kV, we can generate electricity, and after generation, we cannot use it directly to our home. The next stage is transmission, the transmission of electricity, and this transmission is done via poles and many kind of structures of poles. So the 11 kV is not sufficient because there are many large industries, many substations which uses in hundreds of kilovolt. So we have to first boost up this generated electricity. So we place a transformer that is called as power transformer, which just puts up the level of voltage from 11 kV to desired anything, just like 220 kV, 440 kV. We can generate we can transmit it. We can boost the level of voltage by transformer. So after boosting up, we can transmit this energy, and the this kind of particular transmission is done through poles, through many kind of structures like steel poles. Some are like RCC poles. So with this kind of things, we can transmit energy. And one more advantage of transmitting through this kind of high voltage is that there are many few losses. We can study in deep. It is practically proved that if we transmit energy, if we transmit voltage on this kind of high level, then there will be less losses. That's why we transmit over this kind of high voltages. So after transmission, the next step is distribution. I mean to say that suppose 11 kV was generated and this is transmitted through suppose 440 kV. So now we have to distribute to our consumers. And there are some large consumers, some middle consumers, and just like we individuals who are using electricity. So all kind of just like industries, domestic purposes, this electricity is to be sent. So with their basis, the 400 440 volt that was a assumed transmitted voltage is now again stepped down, or you can say is again converted to desired voltage, just like 11 kV for an example. And now this is distributed among the heavy load distributors, just like industries, and just like we domestic uses consumers. If we are going to use at our home, then it is again stepped down again by some domestic transformers which are presented, which are situated in our area, in our streets. So we use on the basis of 440 volt. This is the standard in India. We use this electricity 440 volt, 50 hertz. So um, the poles who are located in front of our house are having the voltage at 440 volt, and in our home we use single phase supplies generally. So we can use the 220 volt from it, and the reading, the meter which is present in our home, the electricity meter, or you can say the billing, is done on the basis of current we are using it. So this is what a simple process how we generate the electricity and we are using it. So due to lack of time, I would like to conclude now. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Salesh bhai. Now we are moving towards next speaker, Mrs. Neha. Please, Neha, come forward and give your speech, please.
Okay, yes, sir. So, hello, everyone. Last time I just talked about the topic that is how to get successful in your life, and I have given a number of parameters through which we can assess our success, as well as we can take steps to get success. But in today's topic, I'm just going to discuss about the thing that is how to deal with failure, because most of the people just talk about or tell us about how to be successful in your life, but there is a lack of person who just told us how to deal failure in our life. Because if we are trying our best to do success, at some point of the path or the way of our goal, or we just face failure, and we should know how to tackle, how to face that failure. Because according to me, a person who knows the how to success failure in life, how to face failure, setbacks, as well as still remain determined, is the person who knows the actual value of success. Moreover, success, just like success, failure is not permanent, right? And failure and success both are the faces of a single coin, right? Now, I just want to tell the first step how to deal with failure. The first step we can take, or first measure we can take, is we always have a plan B or plan C, right? Because most of the people just there are two kind of people I have seen in my life. One is the emotional, and other one is the practical. If emotional people, how do they what's their perception. If we talk, if you will talk to them that if you ask them that if you do not succeed in your life in your plan, what is your next plan or what is your plan B, what do they answer? They just answer, no, you are feeling, you are just passing me the negative vibrations, right? So they take this thing as a, like, you are asking me this question, so you are passing me negative feelings or negative vibration. But on the other hand, how practical person will tackle with this thing, they will say, "Ki yes, they are really practical and they know if they do not get successful, definitely they will get failure. So they know how to deal with that failure. So they definitely have a plan B. If they do not success in plan A, they just start working on plan B and plan C." So I have a number of examples of the people, like they do not lose their heart when they were lose everything. As we take example of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, I think each and every person know him, because at one time he was the person who got rejected because of his tall height as well as his deep voice. But he do not lose his he do not lose his hope, and we all know the rest is a history. So this is the one example. I have a number of examples of the person who just know how to deal with failure, who just have seen failure, who just have faced failure in their life, and they have accepted that this is the next point, that how to deal with failure. This thing is depend upon the 3 A's. Now I'm going to tell you about the 3 A's to deal or to face failure. The first A stands for awareness. First of all, we should be aware that what is going around us, that I have taken these measures, I have this is my plan. If this do not get successful, then how do I be aware, or what is the my status of my plan? So this is the awareness. If I talk about the second A, that is acceptance. If you are not, if your plan is not going according to you, you should be able to accept that failure, right? And if I talk about the third A, that stands for action. So this is the trick, or this is the thing, or this is 3 A's according to which by applying or implementing these A's we can face our failure, or we can overcome the failure. I repeat, the first A stands for the awareness, the second A stands for the acceptance, and the third A stands for the action. So first of all, we should be aware and we should accept all the things that, okay, I do not get successful in this plan is not going to do well, so I just accept that. And the third thing, I take the positive actions. So these are the things that we can do when we are facing failure in life. So this was my topic, and thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Neha. Now we have last speaker, Mr. Amit. Amit, bhai, please try to finish your speech within 4 minutes because we have only 5 minutes. Okay, Mr. Amit.
Okay, yes. Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Amit Kumar. So the today topic is India development after the independence. So we can firstly introduce our India country. The India country is the of South Asia, and it is the second most populous country in the world, and it's the seventh most largest country as for the area. As we all know, as the most populous democracy in the world also. As for the India frontier concerned, which is the roughly that about the sixth country, it's a boundary of the northwest Pakistan, and north to Nepal, China, Bhutan, and east to Myanmar. So at the Bangladesh, to the east to surrounded by the India, and northeast and the west. So I think for the various development after the independence. So like the government concern, there is India government have changed rapidly after the independence, which is become independence secular state of 26 January of 1950, when new constitution have to be arrived and the country have to be developed in a republic with a president, prime minister, and the council of minister, which is elected by the public. And India full title is the Republic of India, and to the largest full democracy in the world. And apart from them, they are in this present situation of 74 Independence Day. So I think their 5-year plan have to be introduced between them, and 1-year plans also. And Niti Ayog is replaced the planning commission after 65 years in the January 1st, 2015. We conclude, we start, so the second point. So the second point is for the agriculture concern. For agriculture, with growing as the growing has been steady. It's for the 1950 concern of the post independence. The growth bumped up to 2.6% per annum, and it's a rapid expansion of their crop, like the new variety of green revolution, that is the highest yield variety of crop. So that that can be fulfilled, because earlier after independence, most of the economy of India depend upon the agriculture. So various of the has contributed mainly a good investment in the research, land reform, and as in India also always a major cash crop like the tea, tobacco, coffee, and that can be very helpful for the being a world leader exporting of the second position. As for the third achievement, we concern as a scientific. We all know the scientific concern as a rocket space technology that have emerged and the growing power of the India with the first in 1975 that emerged as actually the Aryabhatta satellite have launched. And after that, it the first Mars mission have to be launched in the November 23, and that planet orbit on the 24th of September. So that is actually pursuing the nuclear and missile with the help of the country, most powerful country like the Russia. And after that, the Chandrayaan-1 is also concluded in 2001, and Chandrayaan-2 is also last year 2019. So it progresses, but I think Chandrayaan-2 have to be launched in the Andhra Pradesh of the Satish Dhawan Center and GSP marks. Apart from then, about the achievement like the healthcare system. Healthcare system for the starting after the post independence, the increasing life expectancy is considered a major achievement, because the earlier before the independence, the life achievement life ratio of year is 37 years. But after that, there is concluded to 67, presently the 70 approx.
Amit bhai, we have only 5 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes,
thank you
yes.
for speaking.
So
Actually, we
I
have no time. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much.
Because
Good evening, Pradeep sir. I only speak as much as know. I just tell about the beautiful life. The beauty. So we no doubt, sir, life is beautiful, and every movement a celebration of being alive. The person who has not encountered difficulties in life can never achieve success, as we all know about that. So sometimes life is good, sometimes life is not easy. It has too many problems, and we have just encountered the difficulties while we are going through our life for making it better. Happiness, sorrow, victory, defeat, day and night. They are the many sides of our life. But similarly, life is full of moment of joy, pleasure, success, and comfort, punctuated by missionary, defeat, failures, and problems. Sir, I think there is no human being on earth. It may be rich, while it may be poor. It have a powerful something. All are suffering, and all their suffering, struggling and they got lots of failure. But the main reason is that they never gave up. That is the motive of the life. So, sir, I think that sir, difficulty which we are facing in our life, just test our courage, patience, perseverance, and the true character of the human being. So, as we, for example, if we are visited over a park and we just saw a rose, and also the thorns are also on that. Anyhow, we just pluck over the rose without knowing the consequences. We never think about how the thorns can spit our fingers something. But we want that. In life is also there is a lots of up down. We have to tackle over them. So, sir, there. That's the throne which is plucked and extracted from the rose. Reminds me how success and the happiness can be evasive, and thus not to feel disappointed and disheartened, rather remembering than the pain of thorn. Okay, sir, I just done over there about the life.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Sasank. Now we are moving towards Mr. Prakhar. Prakhar bhai, now you can
Okay, sir.
speak. Prakhar bhai.
Yes, sir. First of all, a very good afternoon to all of you. Myself, Prakhar Gar, and I want to discuss some facts and some opinions over the topic that why males doesn't express their emotions, and the very rare topic that male rape cases. First of all, I am going to start with the male rape cases because many of us are think that how it will happen. It is not possible. Some of the people will say that I am very, very wrong, according to me. Okay, but first of all, we have to understand what's going on the inside of the male's mind. They think that if they report these things, then there will become a very big issue, or there a question which initiate, or which question mark will increase or comes front of their identity. If they are gender, that he is male, then how can he will be raped? But whenever a woman or a man sexually abuse a male without his permission and force him for sex without his permission, then it's a rape. I have came to know about some of the cases from the universities, also from our society also, where the males are also being raped, but they didn't report it yet because they have fear of getting insulted by the society. For that the society will say that how a male can be raped. It's not just a question of a body part. It's a question of a male's mindset, inner insight understanding that how can a person be so crude or crucial to do these things. Yeah, I respect women. I respect everyone, that every person, animal or human, a male or female, who's getting raped should be go to the police station and make a FIR, make a PIL, file them and complain about these things. But what we will do about the society? You know all about the women's case. When women report these cases, society didn't respect them. They didn't get proposals for the marriage also. Why it is? Okay, but okay, the society is already thinking about only the parts, the body parts. They can differentiate between the color, the complexion. They can differentiate between the voices. They can differentiate about the walk of a person. They can differentiate about anything. So how can they leave this? But we have to change this, because any change which happens in the society is started from ourselves, not from the society. One person can initiate a big change, a revolution about anything, then the society will change. Okay, now why male hide their emotion and why male are silent listener? Why male only listen? Because they think actually they care for all very much. They think if they show their emotion, if they show their tears, the society will think that they are weak. They think that their family will get very upset because he is a man, he is a leader. How can he cry? From our upbringing, from the birth, every male is taught that you are a male, you should not cry. Why? Is it he is not a human? Is it he doesn't have any emotions to tackle with? That's very wrong. We should teach every male kid, every person that you're also human. It's very normal if you cry. It's very normal if you get upset. Because of these only 2 or 3 things, the lots of medical cases of heart attacks between males, the cases about the brain hemorrhage between males will reduce at the dramatic range. You understand? You can go to a hospital and check the statistics. Many of the cases of the heart attack belong from the male. Many of the cases from the brain hemorrhage, the hypertension, the blood pressure comes from the male. Why it is happening? The male get depressed in around teenage as well as in the adult age, as well in the pediatric as well as in the geriatric. Geriatric term we use for the old age peoples. Okay, now we have to tackle this. We have to change the mindset of our society, and for this we don't have to only talk about it. We have to get over it, and we have to change it. We have to start it, initiate it. It's a very, very huge topic to tackle with. Yeah, India is fighting with the female rape cases, and that's very important also, and that's very usual. But also we have to take over the cases of the male rape cases, and we have to spread awareness towards the male that if you have suffered from these things, you can come forward and tell us. We will provide the proper stage for you, and we will do justice for you. Go and check in Africa and the Australia-like regions. I have came to know that there are some researchers are going to do these on these things. I want to share some content of only one screen, if Pradeep sir allow me. Pradeep sir, may I?
Yes. Actually, just try to finish it within 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
1 minute. Just.
Okay.
Thank you. Allow me to share. Actually, the host. Are you?
Yes, you can say. Hello,
Okay, I'm just reading it. Okay, just a second. From the WSFA news, I have read a 4 lines content that rape crisis counselor estimate that while only 1 in 50 raped women report the crime to the police, the rates of underreporting among men are even higher. You can also check the Scientific American. You can also check NSVRC, The Guardian. There are many news sites which will spread awareness and which are going toward these topics also. But in India, not any single person, according to me, is going towards these and checking these things. Okay, so if I lengthy this topic, if I enlarge this topic, it will never end. So I think I should conclude this here. But you should go and check these out things, because these are very important to check. Thank you so much all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Prakhar. Now our next speaker is Mr. Nirbhay. Nirbhay, if you are ready to please come forward and speak. Nirbhay.
Hello, this is audible.
Yes, this is audible.
Okay, sir. Hello, everybody. Very good morning to all of you. I'm here to express my view on the topic of the importance of English. And firstly, I would like to introduce myself. This is Nirbhay Kumar, and I'm student and pursuing MA first sem from Delhi University. And as well as I'm preparing for government exam. This is my short introduction. So now I would like to go on and tell you about my topic and share my experience. As we all know that in today's era, English is very important because it is an international language, and nowadays it is spoken everywhere. If you go for any institute, college, and school, so we have to speak in English. Apart from that, if you go for any hangout place, any other countries, so we have to speak in English. And as well as the interviews are conducted in English. And suppose we are going for interviews, so English is must there. And if you go for any foreign language, it is very necessary. And aside from that, to make a good career, many multinationals company prefer experience who have a good knowledge of English. And English will give us lot of benefit, like and like mm, we can express our view in a lot of most of people, and it is says that English is the first step of success. If you want to make careers, so we must know about the English, and we can also develop our personality by making. And if you want to make career in English, so we can teach. Teaching is the best source for earning, and English give us a respect in society. And uh, and if you want to learn other language like French, so firstly we should have knowledge about the English. By English we can learn French, Spanish, and most of the things. And suppose that if we are not doing anything, so we should learn English. And because it develops us, our personality. And uh, and I would like to finish. This is all about the importance of English. And I hope I give. I, hello, sir.
Okay, thank you, Nirvay.
Hello.
Now, next speaker is Mr. Sehwal. I'm not able to pronounce the name. I think Sehwal.
Sir, it is. Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
This is Shawal Shandil, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So now you can speak.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Shawal Shandil, and my topic today is social media awareness. As we all know that social media platforms are very important and very useful if we use it in a right way. Like WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, they're very helpful in studying, getting information. The best example is our spoken English group run by our Pradeep sir. So he's doing very excellent job using it very wisely. So congratulations to you, sir. And but this is very not everyone is using it that way. I think mostly people are using it just for fun, or spreading fake news, or like some days before in like Bangalore riots, just because of some Facebook status. And there are too many other things that we should not do on social media. We should use it wisely, like we are doing right now. Some days before, I saw that people are writing Vinod everywhere. Everyone is writing Vinod and Vinod, just because this is the latest trend. So this type of things are not good. So we should try to use the social media as wisely as possible. Like we learn English in our group. Someone else can do it for using like physics. They can talk on the subject physics if they want to, or maths. In different subjects, it can be used in that way. So that I want to say that we all should work for this awareness. We can bring awareness among the youth to use it wisely. Obviously, having fun is an act of as a part of our acts, but it should not be our only act. So having fun is good, but we also use it for some good, to develop our personalities and all that. So that's my point. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Rajesh Bhai, if you are ready to please come forward and put your point. Rajesh Bhai.
Yeah, absolutely, Pradeep bro. So first of all, good afternoon to everyone. So I would like to get the opinion about the character of the Dhoni in the cricket. So you know, everyone yesterday the big cricket man has decided to get the termination from the cricket from international. So it's sad news for our cricket fan. So I want to, because I have done seen every matches of Dhoni. I am big fan of the Dhoni. So here I know where he started play against the Bangladesh in the international. So it's the first day of the Dhoni cricket match in the international where he was run out, and he got suspicious onwards we will get a chance or not. But you know, one is the god of the cricket. We know Sachin Tendulkar. He said he is the one man who has very well knowledge about cricket. He has handled to ability how can from one place to another place reach the cricket. So he decided ki you will give one more chance, and finally Sourav Ganguly has give the chance to them, and he done whatever requirement of the our team India. So finally, you know, in 2007 he has made a team in with the help of every member, not only self. Yeah, but the responsibility on the ground is very well manner. He did whatever he done. You know, as a leader, he has a good captaincy, because whatever he comes in mind, he is a right direction for my teams, so he will do. No any objection ki if I will do wrong, if I do this decision, so what's the impact of my team? They will never say. And finally, you know, and the 2007 World Cup, where our India team will was finally won the World Cup. You know, same thing in the 2011. He has done the good captaincy. He has managing each and every cricket to in one team. We are the power. If we are gathered at one place, so we will finally own the game. So it's a decision of Dhoni. Finally, he again won the another World Cup in the 50-50. It's a big achievement. You know, Sachin has also said until yesterday, this is the big happy to us when he had won the trophy for me in the 2011. It's a great to those person, and it's a great for us. And as far as the concern regarding Suresh Raina, yeah, it's a really harmful to us everyone. This is a so sad news. At same time, Dhoni also, sorry, Suresh Raina also get the retirement from the cricket. So it is a very sad news to the cricket fan, but we are proud of those person, and India's people proud of the Dhoni and Raina. So this is a point from my side. Over to Pradeep.
Okay, so now we have finished second slot also. So thank you guys for attending this, and enjoy your Sunday. And tomorrow onwards, we are going to do practice more and more. And definitely next Sunday, we also gather again for a speech competition. Maybe that will be extempore or something group discussion. Just we are planning for next Sunday. So thank you for attending this, and enjoy your Sunday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Once again.
Thank you,
thank you, sir.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone. So enjoy your Sunday now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.